Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Sim Racing Bible, and welcome back to some more community races here on AMS2. Super excited for this one. This is going to be good. It is Bathurst 1000 weekend over in Australia. It's the highlight of the supercars season, and so to kind of celebrate the beauty of Bathurst, we're going to do a bit of a Bathurst special this evening. So every single race is going to be taking place on the mountain, on Mt Panorama, but we're going to do it in the format of a full race weekend. So we're going to have some support classes, and then we're going to build up to the main event, which of course is going to be using the Super V8s here on Automobilista 2. So expect some fun races this evening. Let's get the server up and running so people can start joining in, and we're going to be looking forward to some good racing this evening. So let's get over into the sim now. And here we go. So we got the server up and running. So it's named SRB Bathurst. So please do feel free to come and join in. If you're not able to join in, just watch along and watch as the chaos unfolds. Because Bathurst being Bathurst, it's going to be rather exciting. So just to kind of, as a way of a disclaimer, so don't worry too much about this evening. This isn't a pro event. This isn't an event where people are going to join in expecting to have like a proper serious sim race. Okay, so I know it's Bathurst, and I know there's going to be some carnage. Okay, so let's just enjoy it. Let's have some fun and have a just basically a good fun evening. So that's the name of the game for tonight. So feel free to come along and join in. Eden Funky, how we doing? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. So we're going to start off. We're in the ARC Camaro, the Aussie Racing Cars Camaro. This is one of the cars which would have been a support class for the V8s at some point or another on the mountain. Fun little cars, narrow track, short wheelbase, bike engine. Yeah, it's going to be fun. So we're going to do some classes which have run on the support bill for the Bathurst 1000. So we're going to have this car. We're going to have perhaps some mini challenge cars, some Porsche Cup cars. And then we'll get on to the main event as well, and there may even be some Fuscas thrown in there just because, you know, that's how we roll. So there we go. Funky's joined in already. Hey GSAM Dad, welcome. Good to see you. Getting on board for some more fun community racing here on Automobilista 2. You guys seem to love it, so we're back for more. And we've not raced these little ARC Camaros on stream before, so this is going to be a new experience for all of us. But I'm very sure that this is going to be a fun race. These are fun little cars. Hey Skoda, welcome along. Kevin's here as well. Evening. Good to see you all. Welcome. Nice to have your company again this evening. So yeah, how's the week been? I hope it's all been good. Hey guys, any guidance to get SimiCube to work on AMS2? Danny's struggling. I don't know. I think you were having problems with force feedback, weren't you guys? I think have you got the wheel to actually register in the settings when you actually register and set the input to being the steering? I'm not quite sure what the guidance is on that. Let's see if we can find out a way of getting that up and running. AMS2 with SimiCube 2. And I'll have a quick check of some of the forum posts on here. Hey Steve W, good to see you. Welcome along. You can't find the video you found to set it up, guys. Okay, right. I'm not entirely sure how it's done. I mean, mine was quite simple to just set up. It was registered and everything was fine. Run it on the default plus feedback. Try that. See if that goes. Funky says just out of practice in the V8 was not pretty. It's fine. I am fully expectant of the V8 race to be a little bit of carnage, so don't worry about that. I'm probably going to bin it too. It's just going to be putting wagers out there as to who's going to be first to find the wall. It's going to be one of those. But no, it should be fun. We've got Steve's joined the session. It's got the white, black, and pink and yellow Camaro. Looks very nice. So I know Bathurst is one of those tracks which maybe not is such a big draw card for people online. I think it's because of the nature of how tricky it is over the top of the mountain. It's not a particularly popular one, but I thought, well, let's see if we can give it the SRB treatment this evening and just try and have a bit of fun with it. So fingers crossed we can get a few people more joining us on the grid. Jesse and Dad's joining us as well. Excellent. Good stuff. All right. So I have put on, because we're going to be running some of the other cars later on, I have put traction control on, so should we need to, it's there available. Because I remember last time we did some of these community races, we had the Ginetta, which was uncontrollable because it had no traction control. So that has now been fixed, which is good. So there we go. Yeah, another people joining us here. We've got MXB from Argentina joining us by the looks of things, which is very cool. So what we'll do, we'll give it a couple more seconds or so, and then we'll get to starting, and then we can start turning some laps on track with the Aussie Racing Car. So Bathurst itself is a little bit wet, so don't worry, we're not going to be throwing in real weather for this one because I think that's just too much to deal with. So it should stay dry throughout the whole event. So don't be worrying about me putting some thunderstorms out there to make it even worse. Okay, right. Well, let's vote to start, and others can join in as we go. Can't set input. Okay. Sometimes you have to, when you turn it left or right, you have to turn it really quickly to get it to actually get it to register. So maybe rather than just kind of just turning it normally, just give it a good old whip around and see if that will get it to work. Other than that, I'm not sure the issue is there with that. Let's having a quick look on the forums to see if I can see anything. SimQ Pro not working. Let's try this. So let's have a look here. Yeah, so maybe try turning it all the way to the end of the bump stops and then back again. So there's a post here saying, so use the custom option in wheel type and then create a new controller profile. Go to the button and axis assignment page, assign all the axes and buttons you need. When assigning the axis, be sure to turn it all the way and then return to center. Once that's done, exit back to the main menu, then return to the calibration phase to complete initial controller setup, then adjust force feedback to suit. So, yeah, bit of a tricky. Oh no, I got it on night time again, haven't I? Don't know if these got lights. Don't know if they do. They don't have lights, right? Okay. This will just be for qualifying. Right. Okay. Let's go back to the garage a second. Hey, MFP videos, welcome. Oh, you're on in the server. That's excellent. Right. What we might do is, if we can't see where we're going for the mountain, this could be a difficult qualifying session for a lot of people. So I'm just going to put a quick message out on the forum. Shall we restart for some daylight? Because I think we did our running at night time with the Ginettas and the old stocks last time, and that was a bit of a nightmare. I think so, says Punky. Right, let's go. So we'll restart the session. Hey Norman, welcome along. Good to see you. Right, multiplayer. Let's restart this, make a new server. So you may have to rejoin this server, guys, I'm afraid. Just a bit of a technical issue there. By technical, I mean me not getting the timing right for the qualifying session. SRB Bathurst. There we go. This time, practice session, qualifying edit session, start time, not midnight, in the afternoon. Real historic weather? No. We'll do this as just medium cloud. There we go. Save. Right, session loading up again now. So should be visible again very soon. Sorry about that, guys. Gives me time to get my gloves on at least. Yeah, it's weird that you're having such problems with setting up the SimCube 2s. Because, as I said, my SE1 wasn't really any problem to get set up on the controller file. So, if you are still struggling, by the way, Danny or Gaz, just try looking on the Riser forum, see if there's anything on there. Just search in there about SimCube 2 not working or something like that, and that'll hopefully bring something up where you can find something to help out there. Bit bizarre that it's not really picking it up, but it should be okay. Right. Well, the session is up. I wonder whether it's still running, because last time when we exited it was still going. Anyway, we'll hang out here for a bit and I'll see how we get on. So anyway, yeah, so Bathurst is one of my favourite tracks. It's a bit of a mad thing, it's a bit of a crazy circuit, but it's actually a really fun circuit to drive. It's very, very challenging. Obviously, you've got the walls very close, you've got a lot of undulation, of course, with going up the top of the mountain, then back down again. So, you know, it's a real challenge to drive, but it's very rewarding when you get it right as well. So it's actually quite a good challenge. Not one of those challenges that's like, oh, it's just impossible, I can't do it. It's actually one of those really nice, good challenges where you can get stuck into and see the results coming when you get it right. So looking forward to trying it in various different cars this evening. Of course, we've done a lot of Bathurst in the past on the channel, where we did our Automobilista 2 every single car driven challenge, which we probably have to do a little bit of updating on, because I think there's been some new cars since we did that. So there we go. Okay, let's scroll down to find new server. Oh, so there's still 2 servers. Okay, that's weird. It's weird. So Norman says, I'm curious to know if you'll ever consider the VR perspective now that the high-resolution 4K Pico 4 headset is available in the EU. Yeah, well, VR is not something I've really delved into too much, and my ancient PC probably wouldn't deal with it at the moment either. So, I don't know, maybe if something was to change in terms of my hardware settings and things, I might be able to look at doing some VR stuff potentially in the future. But at the moment, there's no plans for that. I gotta look up sort out the regular hardware first, so we can get some proper performance out of this thing. So yeah, it's gonna be a while before we get into any kind of VR. But I'm fully aware that AMS2 with VR is mind blowing. So right, let's get to starting, and then people can rejoin again as we get on. So Norman says, closer walls in sim racing really has a great immersive effect with either flat or VR racing. Yeah, it does. It's super immersive in VR. It's it's a pretty surreal experience when you feel like you're actually in the car. For now, my single monitor will do me just fine. So it's good, isn't it? Exciting times for sim racing. There's lots of things going on which are really, improving the overall feel and the fun factor for sim racing. So there we go. Now we're at Bathurst, and we can have some daylight, so we can actually see where we're going. So here we go then. Let's unleash the Aussie Racing Car Camaro. It's funky on track ahead of us. Now this thing revs a long way up. So not many gear changes on the straights. And I suspect there'll be a fair amount of slipstreaming in the race as well. Down Conroe Straight and Mountain Straight as well. Down to third gear for turn 2. It's twitchy. Up towards the cutting we go. Little bit of a confidence lift on this first lap with cold tyres, and then down to second. Get it tucked in, use the camber on the road. Have it spit you out the other side, and then hug the wall on the inside there, let it drift out to the left. Set yourself up for this right-hander, which I think might be... yeah, it should be flat through there. And then down towards bottom of the dip, turn in around the little grid on the right-hand side there. Got to go as close to the wall as you dare. Up over the top here. Very, very quick corner, and then we start our descent as we plunge downhill over the top of Brock Skyline. Oh, Punky's found the wall already. Nice little jump. Don't know why I went down to first gear there. Leave it in second. Through the dipper. Hard on the power. And then little dab of brakes down to second. This is the Forest Elbow. And then a bit of a slide on the re-exit there. And we get the run down Conroe Straight. See if we can max this thing out in a straight line. A few more people joining. Gather's joined, Luke's joined, so we've got a few extra drivers, which is good. Conquer the mountain, it says on the bridge there, and that's what we're intending to do this evening. Fifth gear up through the chase, braking hard in a straight line. Get it into the curb on the inside there, and then flat out on the exit. In this particular car, no lifting involved there, and then down to what is quite ridiculously the hardest corner on the circuit. It's not really a difficult technical corner, but it's always one that seems to catch people out, as it has done with Punky there. Here we go then, first time lap coming up. It's a long lap here, and we've only got 10-minute session to be able to set a lap time, so here we go, through Hell Corner, and on our way up the hill once more. So these little cars, I mean, they're absolutely minute really when you look at them, but despite being slightly twitchy, they're quite well balanced, so you can throw them around a little bit. And a third. Try and maintain the traction as we head up the hill. Right on Funky's tail now. Again, a little confidence, dab of the brakes there, get turned in. And we're through. Here we go. So flat out through Johnny Giacotto's corner, where he famously stuffed the BMW in the wall, which I almost very much repeated. Engage fourth gear as we crest the hill there. So again, just a little confidence lift. Now let's try and keep it nice and tight as we come down the hill here. This is where cars very quickly come unstuck. And we're through. Again, use the camber on the inside of the Forest Elbow to try and bring the car around a little bit more. And then we can breathe a massive sigh of relief as we've made it through the skyline for the second time in a row. So all the races this evening, again, as usual, are going to be short, sharp, 10-minute and a lap races. So nice and quick, but enough time for a bit of a blast. There we go, 14 cars on the grid now, that's good, we're building. Ooh, a little bit of a grab on the brakes as we try to get it slowed down for the final corner. Up and over the line we go. And it's a 2:35.6, so it's a long lap in one of these cars. Just a little bit of a wobble on the exit, but we're all good. Ah, Danny's joined. So you got it sorted. Well done, Danny. Hopefully that's up and running for you now. Right, so third gear definitely seems to be the gear for turn 2. And because it's uphill, you can attack it quite hard, but it's also sapping a lot of the power of this car. It's not got huge horsepower. That time we were flat through the little kink before the cutting, so we're increasing in confidence every lap. No force feedback. Oh no! Try default plus, guys, and see if that will give you anything. Wow, that's close. Again, another snap of oversteer as we try and settle the car down the hill. Wait for my downshift until after we get around that corner, so we don't rev the thing to death. A bit more of an attacking run across the top of the hill that time, and it's showing in the form of lap time, so we're 1.3 seconds up on our quickest so far, so it's shaping up to be a rather good lap. Let's try and keep it together. 2 more proper corners to go. Okay, that's one done. Just this last one. There we go, up and over the line. Right. Let's pull over and see how everyone else is getting on. Let's go back to the pit box, go to the monitor. So we've got Kevin's up there, Kev Barber's on a 238, GSAM Dad's a 241, Funky's on a 244, Steve's on a 249. We've got a few others who are still out there trying to set their lap time, so let's go to the monitor and see how everyone is getting on. So here's Kev. They look so odd, don't they, when you see them from the outside? It's just like, looks like they've been in one of the car crushes, but just not quite finished off. And a few videos says no good track. It's a difficult one. It is a tricky circuit. Hey Marty, good to see you. Attacking Mountain Straight goes Kevin. Floating it through there quite nicely. Got a new third place car, which is Jay Simard. I'm not sure on the first name there, but nicely up into third on a 237.8. Oh, it's alright, MLP videos, don't worry. We've got quite a few gaps in the field at the moment, but there'll be someone to race with. So, GSM Dad's here in fourth. And the bright yellow machine. We've got Lucky Luke here in fifth, ahead of Funky. Who else we got here? This is Fluff going over the top of the mountain now. It's got some time to finish this lap off. It's ticking down. Here's Micah 59 coming over the line now. Not sure if he's set himself a lap time, doesn't like he has. And the S. Aliberti. Danny's out on track as well. Don't know whether you've got force feedback, but He's driving. Getting used to the twitchy nature of the Camaro. And a few others in the pits. There's Bandex here as well. Got a new third place man, Richard Gauchi. He's jumped up into third on a 236.9. No other further changes to position just yet, but we've got some guys still on laps by the looks of things. Yeah, Marty, they are, aren't they? They are fun little things. They're yeah, interesting looking cars, but good to drive. Central driving position as well, so you're right in the middle of it all. Flat out through there. Hard on the brakes. Very nice. Floated through there. On the exit as well. Down to the final corner then. Let's see if there's any improvements here for Fluff. Oh, his big slides. That final corner, it strikes again and he's found the barriers. Oh, that's unfortunate right at the end. So here's Micah as well, over the top of the hill. Danny comes down towards the chase. This looks like he's on a hot lap, so let's see if he'll be able to finish this off. Hopefully the last corner doesn't strike once again. Alright, safely through. What's the lap time going to be as he comes across the line? He's in fifth, the 2:39.4. And that was the last of the drivers to complete their lap, so grid completed there. JP Simard up in third there, so myself and first from Kevin, only 6/10 off in the end there. Kevin, well done. So JP Simard in third from Canada, and we have Richard Gautsy in fourth, Danny on the third row alongside GSM Dad. Funky's there in seventh from Lucky Luke, and we have Bandex and Steve W, the only who are able to set the lap times. Everyone else is awaiting to see what their actual pace is going to be. I think they're hiding it and keeping it secret. Got a grid place penalty for Racing Beast there, actually. What happened there? Right, continuing on to the race then. Here we go. Ooh, some dusky situations as well. Let's check out the fuel situation. 3 laps. I think we're going to put on a little bit more. It's going to be 10 minutes plus a lap, so 6 laps should be... So 6 times 2 is going to be 12 minutes or so. Let's put in 8 laps just to be absolutely sure. And we'll make ourselves ready. Alright, so first race of the evening. We've got 17 cars by the looks of things all together. So not a bad grid to start us off for this evening here at Bathurst. And we're in the Aussie Racing Car for some bike-engined twitchy goodness. So yeah, it should be fun. As I said at the beginning of the stream, we're not here to be proving ourselves as being the fastest sim racers. We're here just to have a bit of fun this evening, have a bit of a laugh. If we end up in the wall, don't worry about it. Just carry on. There's no physical damage. There's you know, visual damage, but no actual damage going on. So you can just carry on. There's no problems with that. So it should be a lot of fun. That's what we're hoping. So just waiting on Gaz. Simone's not ready as well. It's fine. Again, some good international racing we've got going on here. We've got quite a few from the UK, but we have some from all over the world as well. So welcome to all of you. Thank you for joining us this evening for some good, fun racing action. So, okay, 20 seconds to go, and then we'll be up and running very, very soon. We've got the inside line being on pole position, going down to turn 1, which is a nice situation to be in. So it's just syncing up with everybody. Right. Ooh. Don't engage first gear, you'll roll back. But I had to put on the brake and the clutch and the throttle at the same time and then just release them in the right order. So here we go. We're away. Great start by Kevin on the outside. He's got an easy lead down to turn 1. We've got a car on the right as well, so need to be aware of that. Hopefully everyone's made it through turn 1 safely. Yes, they have. It's good. Okay. Let's jump in behind our second place guy now. Get on the brakes a little bit early just to make sure we're through here safely. Okay, and we are. Some wide lines going on ahead, but all still in the right direction. It's tighter here. We've got a car on the back. Beautiful sun flare over the top of the mountain. What more could you possibly want? Well, probably a little bit less sun flare because it distracts you as you're trying to make the downhill run. Alright, well, we're through safely so far. Not a great run onto the Coral Strait, and we're going to get eaten alive down here now. We are going backwards in a hurry. Possibly down to our fuel level, but never mind, it's okay. Use the slipstream, that's what it's there for. Whoa, that's a big dive into the chase. Oh, going to be almost 3 wide into the last corner, but... Oh no! Looks like JP Simard's had to pit. Maybe he hasn't got the fuel. Alright, let's go head down. Let's get on to Richard and Kevin in front of us. See what we can do. So we have our moderator bot up and running this week. It wasn't actually activated last week, that's why it wasn't working, so it should be working better this time. There we go, a nice run through turn 2 there. Richard's a bit deep, almost got the wall. It's brought us right back into contention now. It's, if anything, it's harder when it's pretty much flat out the whole way across the top of the mountain, because you've got to be super accurate. It's close. Not going to make the move down the inside there, that would be absolute suicide. Nice and neat from Richard through there. Too tight going into the elbow, but we're still there. We're still with him. A wall decoration, what is this? I know! That's just for you then, Martin. I know how much you were waiting for it. It'll slowly fill up, don't worry. Oh no! Ah! It froze on me. What? What's going on? Okay, well, that was unfortunate. Don't go back in there. Let's get out of the grass and the gravel. Right. Sampa, oh dear, Windows Update has commenced. Is that what it was? Stupid thing. Right, well, we now have some work to do. Luckily, we only got 3 minutes 50 seconds left. At least it happened there, I suppose, where there's space, rather than on the top of the mountain then ruining everyone else's race. So at least I had some space to run off and get out of everyone's way. Not had to do that for a while. That was really weird. Something not right there. It's like almost like a memory leak or something, but up and running again now. Welcome, Sempath, by the way. Let's see what we can do on this very short recovery drive. It's a shame we were in a really good battle at the front there as well. It was just starting to shape up a little bit. Well, I can see some vehicle markers ahead of us, so we might have a chance to try and recover some positions out of this, but let's see. Ooh, bit of damage. Oh, we got a car in the middle of the road. Yeah, all good, thanks, Sampath. Yeah, all good. Okay, minute and 56 to go. Maybe a lap or two, depending on where the leaders are. Spent a good amount of time spinning around in the gravel, so hopefully we won't be able to get another lap out of it as well. Hey Darwin, the lobby name is SRB Bathurst, so feel free to come along and join us. We'll be switching the cars for the next one. Okay, we've got some vehicles ahead of us. Let's see if we can go chase them down with this final couple of laps we have available. Ah, it's gutted. I felt like we were about to have a good race then, but let down. Never mind. Okay, nice and neat through the cutting. Again, just you can pretty much keep it flat over the top of the mountain here. You got to get all the lines right. We're gaining on them very quickly. Here's Gaz. Racing with Bandex. Bandex's car looking particularly second-hand at the moment. Whoa, there's another slam into the wall. Okay, it's on the move. Alright, see what happens down here at the chase. Gal's gone for the inside, ahead. Get on the brakes a little bit early here. Ooh, that was deep by everybody. Hope you didn't have a Scott McLaughlin incident there. We got him. It's missing his bonnet as well. So we got one more lap out of this. So I'm not sure whether Gareth's still struggling with no force feedback, which might explain why he's a bit further down. He's usually pretty rapid, so I'm sure once everything's sorted out, it won't take long. Up at the front. He's sticking with us though, that's good. It was nice through there, just hugging the wall on the inside. Bit of a kick then. So we're currently sitting in 10th, so we've got ourselves into the top 10 here. Oh no, that's the 9th place. Someone into the wall. Right, let's try and carry as much speed through here as we can. That's much nicer through there. So the leaders across the line. We'll catch up with who got the win in this one as we find our way back to the start-finish line. It's down to the chase one more time. So we've got Flop ahead of us here in P8. Caught right up with him towards the end, but he's held onto it across the line. There we go. First race of the evening done. Some donuts from Gareth behind. Very nice. Right, let's see what happened there then. Got cars all over the place on the back straight. Well, that was fun, apart from the big stutter. Oh, Richard got the win. Wow. 2/10 from Kevin. That's brilliant. It's pretty close. So if you sim up in 3rd. Danny got P4. Well done, Danny. Funky in top 5. Excellent. Mavericks in there up to 6th, and Simone Aliberti in 7th. Ahead of Fluff and ourselves and Gaz and Bandex, GSM Dad. Few retirements from that one, unfortunately, but we got through it. That's the main thing. We made it through. No force feedback. Oh, you still haven't got force feedback. Oh no. I survived at least. That's a win for me, says Funky. Yeah, well done, Funky. Right, let's just change the time of the race to 11. Right, okay, well that's the first one of the evening done. So moving on to our next support race category for this evening, which is going to be the mini JCWs. I'm going to pick pace up as we go. So the minis are next, and then we'll get a little bit quicker as we progress throughout the evening. So we need to fix your force feedback, don't we then, guys? You did well considering you had no force feedback. That's mad. Okay. MS2, SimiCube, no FFB. Let's see if we can find you a fix. Give everyone a chance to select their livery of choice. Yeah. The only thing I can suggest, guys, is try changing it to try changing it from custom to default or default plus and things, and just try that. You can do that within the session as well. So if you needed to, you can change that on track, so you can see if you actually get any force feedback. But yeah, that's really bizarre that you're not getting anything at all. Capsize on the last lap. Oh no. Oh, that's frustrating. Wow, we're getting bombarded tonight. Goodness me. There we go. Nightbot's cleaning that up for us. Thank you very much. So here we go then. Mini Coopers. Raced these a couple of times. Raced these last time as well, I believe. We drove these around Valor Park. Great little car, this one, and should be fun across the mountain as well. So here we go, 14 cars. Let's go out and see how we get on. So GSM Dad said, I started P5 and worked my way back. That's okay. I started P1 and ended my way to the back of the grid. It's all good. Yeah, so I've told them that any spam gets a drive-through penalty from race control, so... This is already considerably quicker than the little Aussie Racing Car. Again, it's just beating its way over towards that wall. It's there for a good reason. It will catch you out. Well, it will catch you one way or another. A little bit more involved over the top of the mountain now. Not just simply flat out and hold on. Now you've got to drive and hold on. As the speed increases as you come down the hill, so does the concentration levels required to keep this out of the concrete. Yeah. Message saying that Chat69 has exceeded its financial cost cap. Yeah. Deduct penalty points from the season. Right, gotta get on the brakes quite early for the chase. Use all the curb on the exit there. try and keep the throttle down to drag that front end around. Last time we didn't get to race this beautiful little Mini because we had rolling... well, the starts were, yeah, messing things up and we ended up getting disqualified before we even started, so hopefully this time, a bit more success. And hopefully there's no nasty stutters mid-race as well, which would be amazing. And that's very wide through turn 2. Okay, now we try and keep things tidy over the top. Big slick tyres, of course. There should be plenty of grip. So a little lift for the left-hander there. And again, another lift and a rolling back on the throttle just to make sure we're staying in bounds. Oh dear. It's loose coming down there. Of course, with the front-wheel drive nature of this car, the rear end is literally just being dragged around, so it's no real surprise that it's quite loose on the rear end. It's just simply being set up to just be there and balance the car, rather than do anything else. So here we go, through the chase, we've got ourselves slowed down a little bit earlier. Big hop on the curb. We survived though. Didn't roll like we did at Sonoma last time out. First flying lap of the session done, and we are sitting on pole for the moment, but I dare say that could be beaten. It's by no means a perfect lap. Neither was that first corner. We've got 26 cars, we have a full grid, which is nice. Everyone loving the Mini. Over the rise in Mountain Straight. Lots of feedback through the wheel over the bumps. I was a little bit neater through turn 2 that time. Again, just trying to extract the absolute maximum over the top of the hill here and use all the road, but not that much. We were up ever so slightly, but that's okay. Let's just, oops, go back to pit box, get out of the way. Okay. So Richard Gauchi's up there again, as is Kev. So Kev is on an outlap, hopefully that's a good sign. Danny's in the room, having restarted as well. Right, so we've got 3 minutes left of the session. We're gonna see how everyone gets on here. So top of the mountain, last timeout's race winner, Richard. Slip sliding his way down through the dipper. Here's Kevin with a little bit of traffic ahead of him as well. Oh, if that's not going to get too feisty. Oh, just going to drive straight through him. Okay. Here's Jojo up in 4th at the moment on 2:23.3. Currently attacking Mountain Bend once again. GSM Dad, 2:26. Of Wanilo, who's reduced his aero drag, or maybe increased it by taking off the front end. Definitely made the car lighter. Should be quite nimble over the top of the mountain with that front end missing like that. Oh, everyone's exploring the limits into the chase. There's Ivan there, who's also with him at the time. So, improvement here, jumping up to 5th for M. Fergus in the green Mini. Quite a few cars sporting some scuffs, which is encouraging. People are exploring. As you can see in the background, people are exploring the limits of the circuit here in Bathurst. Some more new names on the list here. Whoa, that's wild too there. Kept it out of the walls. Well done. More changes up front. That's L literally just come across the line, dragged his Mini across. Nice parking. Can't buy that here, mate. Right. Let's have a look at how else is going. Some more changes. Hi Guy has jumped up to 2nd now. 2nd place is hotly contested at the moment. Everyone wants to be in that position. Looking considerably cleaner on the bodywork front. Here's Gaz with his slightly crumpled Mini. It's gone for a pink one as well. Well done. There's Danny. So a few more lap times on the board now, so it's looking reasonably close in some parts here. There's some big gaps in terms of overall time, but there are some little battle packs building here, so we have quite a few in the 224s there, so that'd be a bit of a battle on track. Again, still a few more to put a time on the board. Here's Darwin in the Union Jack liveried Mini, making his assault on the mountain. There's a marker board in the middle of the road and a couple of lying down. It's making it tricky for everyone else trying to get themselves into Mountain Bend with no indicators as to where on earth they are. We got Biku here, he's having a bit of a bump up the rear by the looks of things. Got some bodywork damage there. Oh, it's getting feisty into the chase. Oh dear, I haven't even started racing yet. My word. Danny's up at the line, P12 for Danny. And DF is in pits at the moment. Here's Maverick. Braille driving his way up the mountain. There's something to be said for wall riding in terms of overall lap speed. I think Funky's electing to start from pit lane by the looks of things. Or from the back of the grid. You've just had a bonnet flying at me. Hopefully there wasn't another particularly intense part of the lap. It could be quite off-putting. Where's Steve? Steven's 17th here. So what's going on? Any other changes further up? Hi Guy's still on a lap. Looks like he's going to be completing his final fast lap of the session. Oh, all over the curve and a big slide on the exit. Keep the power down. Not an improvement that time around on his 2:19.7. Jojo also finishing his lap off. Takes 2nd place. Goes within half a second of, well, about a half a second back from us. Good lap. What's Richard going to do here? He's on the home stretch coming down Conrad Straight. Currently set on a 2 minutes 20.3. And I'm sure there'll be some time coming off that as long as the rest of the lap has been good. So let's see. Flat out through the chase. Such an amazing corner. That's late on the brakes. Did he get it stopped? He did. Nibbling the grass on the inside there and on the outside. Down towards the final corner then. What can Richard do? Kevin's already completed. He's in a 2:21.3. Here comes Richard across the line. Does improve, goes up to 4th. As the last one across the line. So there we go. Got a little tighter towards the end there on the lap times, but again, yeah, there's some little groups building, which I'm sure will provide some fun races as well. So Gareth put in a lap time as well, up to 8th. So All good stuff. Funky, you need to brake way earlier after the chase. Yeah, it's a long way further forward than where you think it is, really, the chase. So, yeah, you're carrying quite a lot of speed into this. You've got to get on the brakes quite early to get it slowed down. But here we go then. So let's get into the racing action here. So we've got... how many cars have we got? 24 altogether, so pretty much capacity, just a couple short, but that's all good. So let's have a good fun race and try and keep it as clean as possible, but just have a laugh is the aim of the game this evening, and see how many of us can survive through here. Oh, we are really getting a lot of attacks from the bots this evening. They must really love community races, is all I can say. But then, yeah, I don't blame them. They are a lot of fun. So, fingers crossed this time we don't get any nasty nasty freezes. And we can have a good race. That's the plan. It seems you need a dark and fluoro yellow livery to be in the top 4 in this one. It's kind of... That's the fastest liveries in the pack. Oh yeah, we better do some... Cancel, edit setup, add some fuel. 10 laps should be more than enough. Okay, now we're ready. So, in the same position as we were last time, so we need to make sure that we're not rolling backwards, so I'm going to have a foot on the brake as well, just to ensure that we're all fine and not going to roll backwards and bump into someone. There we go then, 2 seconds left before we go to grid. And here we go. No sinking required this time. Oop, first gear. Ready for the green light. And there it is. And we got away a little bit better than last time. So let's keep our line going into turn 1. And we are clearing away. What's going on behind? Oh, we've got a spinner at Scars. He's been turned around. Exited turn 1. As everyone spreads out and tries to find themselves some space running up Mountain Straight for the first time. This time we have the advantage. Here we go. Safely through Mountain Bend for the first time around. Just going to ease ourselves into this. Well, the race, not the wall. That's the plan. Okay. Read part. We go. There we go. Safely down and through the S's we are this time around. And breathe. What's going on back here? We've got Jojo up into second. Rich has worked his way through the third ahead of High Guy. So, all to play for the podium. So we've still got 22 cars on the race, so that's good. So majority of us have survived lap 1. A couple of little minor incidents further back. Not a great turn 1, but we're through. Recap. Everyone's kind of spreading out ever so slightly. Definitely need to be concentrating quite hard to make sure everything's okay over the top of the mountain here. So far it's got a nice colour drive over the undulating stuff at the top here. Kind of getting a grip for what's going on. We've got a green flag ahead of us here, which maybe suggests that someone's had a little moment. Oh, get that speed washed off, Bill. Need to add a little bit of extra braking going on into there because that was a little too close. We're keeping the tyres nice and warm at the front, for sure. Everyone's still pretty close behind there. Here we go. Through the chase. Brake just before the 150 board. Probably a little bit more than that. Not always the best thing to do to hit the curb on the inside there. It does unsettle the car quite a bit, so you want to try and avoid that if possible. For a moment I thought I saw a car off down the escape road at turn 1, but I don't think it was. I think it was just I don't know, just something down that way. Don't think it was a car though. Okay, got some more boards missing by the looks of things, just to spice things up. I do like this mini JCW though, it is a fun car. Wait for the grate to turn in and keep the power hard down. Car goes light over the crest there just as you turn in. Makes for quite a wild ride. Successfully washed the speed off that time. Found a bit of pace over the top there as well. We were a bit further down on our fastest lap time, but we pulled it down to just 100th. So, pretty consistent lap time, which is nice. Hopefully this time we are free of the stutters, which we seem to be. Jojo's actually coming back to us a little bit here. Obviously getting his eye in with the Mini around here. There we go, we've actually set an even better lap time that time. Yep, still there. Not letting go just yet. Car definitely moves around an awful lot more down the straights than the Aussie Racing Car. That's partly down to being front wheel drive and just a bit of torque steer going on as you hit the bumps. Get that little reverb off the wall as you go through there. Which is quite a nice touch. Honestly, it's just eyes on stalks as you drive this track. He's turned in so early for the dipper because you just anticipate the inside wheel being off the ground ever so slightly and then obviously losing turning capacity, so you have to kind of throw it in there a little bit earlier than you would normally do just to make sure you get through there with no problems. And just make sure when you do time that turn in, you're not doing it too early so you just clip the wall on the inside. That'll just be disastrous. No sign of Jojo. He's dropped back a little bit on this one. Still going a bit deep into the chase, need to bring that braking point back ever so slightly. So we've got 43 seconds left on the clock, so this will be not the last lap. We'll have one more, I think, after we cross the line next time by. So 2 to go. Well, thankfully this time around we've not had any repeats so far of the bad stutters. There's a much nicer line through that corner that time. Feels like a better lap so far. Oh, riding that curb like a berm on the outside there, just about managed to keep it off the barriers. And again, just nice and wide before you turn in. Again, using that curb to stop the car from going too wide. Quite an attacking run over the top of the mountain this time by, and it shows on the lap time as well. We're 4 tenths up on our quickest so far. It's one of those things, you just do more laps and you get your eye in a little bit more and things start to flow a little bit better. You understand more what the car's doing underneath you, so it just gets easier as you go, unless of course you cook the tyres, in which case it gets harder. But thankfully everything's in good shape. This time I got it slowed down in good time. Smash the curb on the inside, but get a good straight line through the right-hander. Jonsu Pardo, I completely missed your subscription. Thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate that. Welcome to Sim Racing Bible. Hope you are enjoying what you're seeing this evening. It's great to have you with us. So this is the final lap now, it should be at least. A bit more of a race in terms of laps completed on this one. Now we're down to 16 people left in the session. Not too bad the attrition rate, I suppose, for this circuit. Hey, Jonsu, no problem. Yeah, it'd be great. You can join in the next one. Absolutely, you're more than welcome. You do get into a nice rhythm as you go through that. Sometimes you just hook everything up and it just works. But when you don't have that rhythm, it makes it so much harder. You're just constantly just battling the next corner in a way, because you're offline for one, that puts you out for the next corner, and so on and so on, and just snowballs and gets worse and worse. So important to get a good rhythm around Bathurst. You do get the opportunity to have a little bit of a break, but you can't let your eye off, because very quickly it'll come back and bite you. So there we go. We held on to that one and we managed to grab ourselves a win. Here's Jojo across the line in second, well done. Oh, a bit of a battle pack for third there. Looks like who got that in the end? It was High Guy from Kevin in the end and Richard all together. Looked like some good battle. Hope you enjoyed that one. High Guy doing the reverse donuts. Top effort, well done. Richard's having a go as well. Very good. Let's wait for everyone to come across the line, and we'll take a look at the results and see how everyone got on. But it looks like the last place on the podium was a good battle all the way through. Kev's enjoying it, obviously. Good evening, Andy. He's mentioned on the server chat. Good evening. Good to see you. Cars going everywhere at the moment. Let's see if anyone else has come across his Maverick in 7th. Let's go back this way and see what we can find. Whoa! The caster kicking in. There's Darwin in 12th. Flying through in 13th straight on. Out of fuel, Punky, no! Oh, that's frustrating. Retired, 1 lap to go as well. So here we go. So Jojo from High Guy, from Kev Barber, from Richard from Juanillo in 6th, out of Maverick, and Danny finished in 8th on that one. Andrea came home in 9th. GSM Dad rounding out the top 10. DNF did not DNF and was in 11th place. So good job there. Darwin's in 12th from Gaz. From Mark, Cole in 14th. Bikru in 15th. Funky unfortunately retiring, and Steve also retiring. 2 laps to go. What's this all going on? Bit of a challenge going on through there. Well, there we go. So that was a bit more of a successful race for us. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Jeez, Perua's good race. Couldn't keep up in the twisty. I was like, oh, you Jojo, excellent. Yeah, it was a good race. You were keeping in there. You were, not letting me get away too much. I had to keep pushing. Definitely. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate that. It's good. Right. 9:20. So photo finish with High Guy. Yeah, it looked like it. It was pretty close. Right. This time we're going to change it up. I would suggest everyone go with the 4 litre and see what everyone reckons. But we're going to go with the Porsche Carreras, the 911 GT3s for this one. As good as I am, DNF, apologising in advance. Okay. No, you did great. Well done. You did great. Oh, yes, you are, Jojo. Yep, perfect. That's good. It's nice to put names and faces on chat as well as in game as well, so that's cool. Let's see what people are changing to here. There's a few 4 litres, a couple of 3.8s. We might get a bit of a split in terms of class, even though they are the same overall class, I suppose. But the Carrera Cup is one of those kind of evergreen support categories for a lot of championships around the world. They're quite a high-profile championship. Obviously, you have the Super Cup, you have the Carrera Cup GB. Carrera Cup Australia is another really strong, well, has been in the past, a very strong category. Typically in those, they end up running they only end up running the one classic car. But if there's not enough entries, they may do some extra classes for the older spec cars. This tiny sound there. This can only end well. Yeah, sure, why not? Don't worry, this is not the hardest one we're going to have this evening, I'm sure. I think the Super V8s could be a little bit tricky. Could be tricky. And we'll see how we get on. We'll do this one, and I think probably the next one might be the Super V8s. And if we have time afterwards, we may throw in a special ceremonial event using the Fusca. So we'll see what the timing allows us for that, because that'll be, it can't be a community race without a Fusca involved somewhere. So we'll see how we get on. So I've not driven the Carrera Cup car for a little while. I believe it has had some good changes in the latest updates that we've had for AMS2, so should be some... I've heard positive things about it anyway, so that's what we're going on here. So it shouldn't be an old stock issue where we go out and find the car's absolute trash. But this one should be okay. So this, of course, isn't the latest iteration of the Porsche 911 Cup car. This is the previous one before that. Oh yeah, we are stuck on loading. Last time this happened, I exited and then rejoined. Oh no, we're in. We are in, which is good. Hopefully everyone else is as well. Oops. Yeah, people are in. It's good. Rain wins. Oh, don't worry. We're not going to do that to you. Right. 911 Cup car. We are picking the pace up once again. I mean, if you want to, we could always do the Fusca race in the rain just to spice things up for fun. Let me know if you want that. Let me know in the chat and we'll do it. The beautiful sounds of a flat six. Combined with the aggressive gearbox sounds of the sequential. Right, let's see what this beast is like over the top. Richard's already found a little bit of dirt pickup on the outside. Violent through the compression there, just grounding out perhaps a little bit. Richard's taken to the escape road through the middle. There's the wall, just finding the width of the car. Okay. We've sort of survived the top of the mountain. That's an encouraging start at least. I think Richard's changed his car to one of the other classes of the looks of things. Whoa, big sideways out on the exit of the chase. Right, let's go for a full attack lap of Bathurst in the Porsche Carrera Cup 4 litre. And away we go. Have we got someone alongside us? We do. Who's that? Already broken. Bit of rev bounce on the top of the hill. Okay, a little rough through turn 2, but we've survived. Again, use the camber, really helps us hook it up through that. Oh, walking out towards the wall on the exit. Miles from the apex, but we're still on the black stuff, that's the main thing. Clicking down through the gears. With the camber on the road there, you can really get on the power quite hard out of the forest elbow there, just to try and maximise your run down the straight, so we managed to do so. Was a little bit sideways, but I think we got away with it. Once again, we survived the top of the mountain. Again, just the final corner to negotiate. And we do so, and across the line in the 2:08.3, so lap times are coming down. Oh, that's not the run. That's not the run at all. It's going to affect our speed all the way up the mountain straight now. Yeah, and again, completely throwing that away. Let's try and get ourselves over here so we're not going to ruin anyone else's lap. Go back to the pit box. So Gaz has put a lap time on a 2:14 currently from John, who's joined in. Good stuff. So he's running a 2:14.8, so close with Gaz at the moment. Andrea's also in the 14.8, so that's very, very tight all of a sudden there. So we've got a couple of extra drivers in here which weren't in previously. So we have Jem, we have Fitch, we have Boss B in here. Eric S has joined us, so has Sodge. It's just a fat guy. Okay, all right then. And then we have everyone else who was in previously. So again, grid's building up to 20 cars now. That was it's a pretty wild experience over the top of the mountain driving that, I will admit. So let's go and have a look and see how everyone's getting on here. Here's Kevin, who's just jumped up into P2. Got a nice toe going up the straight here as well by the looks of things. Nice clean looking white and blue 911. So where the toe up the straight may have been beneficial, is that going to hamper his progress as we start the ascent over the top of the hill here? So Kev's on a 2:12 currently. I think he's backed out of that one as well. So let's see how everyone else is going on. Here's Gaz. Flat out down the Conrod Straight. Wow, that's the hobbled 911 in front of him. No rear wing, bumpers all over the place. Some wobbles on the go as well, by the looks of things. Oop, that's one dropped in front of him. Going around an ultimate little bend there. Let's see if there's any difference in lap time this time around. Oh, there's a slide. Well held. And across the line, it goes up to P3 on a 2:12.4. There's Andrea here. And the purple liveried car up in fourth at the moment on a 2:12, so that's those 2:14s are then migrated to 2:12, so there's a good kind of progression going on. Oh, that's a nice slide through there. Probably not the quickest way up the hill, but well controlled nevertheless. So Sean here has got a couple of rearranged panels on there, also running in the 2:14 still. There's Sodge down to the chase, and across the grass that'll be a disallowed lap time. And Andy's in pit lane at the moment. Nice looking Michelin liveried 911 there. And another one with Rad. Getting the toe as well, going up the mountain straight. Darwin's jumped up to P5 with that last effort, 2:13.4, with quite some sculpting going on down the side there. So others on laps, waiting to get themselves a time on the board. Oh, Gem's also been in the wars. There's someone spun at corner at the bottom of the hill there. Bitch also running the low drag setup. Jojo has now jumped into second with a 2:10. Nice and smooth Yost through turn 1. Who else have we got? There's GSAM Dad, ghosting his way over the top of the mountain. Two cars literally together. It's just a fat guy here with the green 911 who's also running low drag spec. That is quite crumpled. I was about to say Rad has a lot cleaner looking car, but not so much. Oh, big slide. Alright. So Gaz has now jumped up to third again, so he's on a 2:11.1. Ooh, a nice delicate little drift into the cutting. Demolition Derby ahead of Kevin here in front of him. Oh, that's a big hit into the wall. Where's Danny? Oh, he's rotated at the edge. The end of the chase there. How's Richard getting on here? Ooh. He's also exploring the track boundaries. Looking for holes in the wall, doing some nice beta testing for Ryder there. Okay. Is Jojo sliding his way out of the final corner? Any improvements on that lap? No. Still on a 2:10.5. And that's the end of qualifying. So we've got... Oh, Gaz has rotated somewhere on the top of the mountain. Funky jumping up to P6 there as well. It's the removal of the rear wing. It's obviously working for Funky. On a 2:13.2. Here's Boss B, another one of the guys out on track, so let's see if he's going to improve on his 2:16.1 clean looking 911 down towards the cutting. Nicely smooth power application on the exit there. Not quite sure what this weird chatter is on the car going side to side. That's very odd, but hopefully it's not affecting things too badly. So it's just Bosby and just a fat guy who are still left out on track. Just a fat guy actually just jumped up to 13th. And there we go. Alright, so there we go. Qualifying done and dusted. And yeah, at the top of the timings once again. There's some good, again, some good battle packs forming in the midfield here. Got some close times in there. And with the wall so close, you never know what's going to happen in the race. So let's go and put some fuel in. 7 laps? No, we're going to need... We're not going to need, but we'll put 10 on. It's going to knock that down just a touch just for the race, so it's not going to be too overbearing. So 10 laps is going to be more than 2 minutes a lap, isn't it? So it's, yeah, plenty of fuel. And we'll make ourselves ready. There we go, race 3 of our Bathurst commemoration community race that we've got going on this evening. So we've done the Aussie Racing Cars, we've done the Mini Coopers, or the JCW should I say, and now we're in the Porsche 911 Cup cars. So Soldier's leading 3.8 ahead of Bosby and GSM Dad. Everyone else seemingly, apart from Steve W, are in the 4 litres. It's a good effort from the 3.8 boys there. In the peripheries of the top 10 and just inside that as well, so good effort. Everyone's readying up as we go. Just one more to go, which is Secret. And then we can be getting ourselves onto the grid, and here we are. Right. Engage first gear, engage brake. Wow, that was a quick change to green and we're away. Jojo's got us off the line. Caught napping there. Want to make sure we try and survive turn 1. Looks like a couple of people have had a gravelly moment on the outside there. Let's go defensive into Mountain Bend here. Okay, we are through. Now it's just going to be keep it tidy. Easier said than done. Forgotten how to drive this thing. Alright, now on the Jojo's tail here. Let's keep it neat, keep it tidy, and see how the race pans out. We've got some ground behind us to ease the pressure off from back there, so now we can focus fully on you just ahead of us and see what we can do. Let's take it to get to it. A good run through there then. A couple of yellow flags. Back in behind, no overtaking there. We're green again, so something going on. Kaz is out by the looks of things in the garage I just saw. Yeah, reasonable run through turn 1. Oh, drawing up onto the rear bumper. Can't see him on the left, but he's still just about there. Oh, almost did a Jamie Wink up into the wall. That was an orthodox overtaking, but credit to Jojo, he gave me room there. Just as well as I think we've both been off. Just ease off the throttle just to make sure we don't spin it on the grass. Oop, crunch. Oof. Oh, wheel problems, no gears on the start. Oh, that's weird. Whoa, steady, Phil. Luckily managed to gather that all back up again. pretty scrappy so far, but let's try and keep it in check. Oh no, come on Phil. I was talking about rhythm earlier on, and that's what's happening here. We're losing that rhythm a little bit, so we need to regain that and just try and just calm things down a little bit, just make sure we're hitting our braking points, we're hitting our turning points as well. Get the right gears going through the corners. Nice and smooth on the throttle, no sudden movements. Just drift it around the cutting. Perfect. Oh, someone got us. I can't see what's going on here. Just trying to listen for other cars. Right, up and away again. That was completely my fault. Just went into the cutting just too hot. Ooh, Darwin. And we're around again. Right, I think we might be safe. There's bits of Porsche everywhere. Apologies to everyone who has been caught up in that. Not the ideal place to go off. Oh man. Yeah. Guys are bringing the Queen songs out. What? Why is that? Why is that just warned you for spamming? What's spammy about that? Oh, it may have been the excessive dots. It's fine. I'll fine-tune the moderator tools. Oh, this is all coming unraveled now. Well, Danny did call it. It's going to only end well. And it has. But we're still running. It's fine. Spamming Freddie Mercury. The race control's busy this evening. Back to the scene of the crime, and this time, through safely. But you gotta keep going in these situations, you can't just roll over and give up. You never know where we're gonna end up as we fight our way back through. So we've got GSM dad ahead of us here in 7th. It's a battle of the battered Porsches. Let's see what happens here. We've got the overlap we have. Okay. The P7. Let's see if we can get ourselves back into the top 5, maybe. Because anything can happen, you never know. Someone else can have a moment like we did. So, you just got to keep on going and see what happens. I mean, we also got to be prepared for a car facing the wrong way, like most of the field had to do on on that lap. But my usual curse, the self-inflicted curse, struck again. With me telling myself exactly what I need to do, and then doing the complete opposite. Little gentle nudge with the wall then, followed by a almost much larger nudge. We've got Andy here, feeling his way around. There we go. So yeah, under completely no illusions of this car is not an easy car to drive around Bathurst. Most cars are not that easy to drive around here. But the 911 certainly proving itself to be quite the animal. Alright, so one more to go by the looks of things. So despite my little misdemeanor into the cutting, the car does drive nice, I will give it that. It's got its own unique character. Obviously, being a 911, it has the engine over the rear, which causes its own challenges when things go slightly oversteery, as we found out, but that's part of the car. You've got to learn to drive it and drive around that. Also, downshifting while turning is probably not the preferred strategy with this car. Some more debris on the inside there. Someone's lost another bit of body. The rhythm is well and truly gone now. Just bring it home, drag it home to the finish. Still in P7, so someone's all doing a great job ahead of us. Evening, Frank. Welcome along. I've just been rearranging the front end of my Porsche 911. I don't know if you can tell or not. But, yeah, making my own revisions because the Porsche engineers are obviously not skilled or good at what they do, so I need to make my own adjustments to make the aero even better. Yeah, Nightbot is here finally. It's doing something at least. It's taking out a lot of the spam, which we are getting actually. Oh no, this one's for the moment though. Oh, Danny. Danny rotated to the last corner. No. And a nice friendly nudge just to let me know that I just nicked his 6th place off him. Sorry, Danny. Well done, Jojo. You's taking the win. Richard up in P2, that's good. What else we got? The Kevin P3 running at the podium. There's Andrea and there's Funky. So, oh dear. An eventful one, once again. Yeah, unlucky, yeah, it was it was my own fault. Just went in there too hot. My own problem. But yeah, you're pushing me, so I had to push on, and that was just a little too much. But hey, it's all in the aid of fun and a good evening, so... I think you got the only one left, use that's actually not broken. This car's flying everywhere. Oh dear, so Hughes takes the win from Richard, 13 seconds back from Kevin, and then Eric S in 4th, Andrea. We finished 6th ahead of Danny, who was unfortunately rotated on the last corner. GSM Blood in 8th, Funky in 9th, and then Secrets rounding out the top 10 from Jonsu and Andy in 12th. Attrition rate was significantly higher in that one, and I am completely not surprised, so it's fine. Frank says, I thought the bonnet was supposed to be that way. Well, yeah, it's just a little bit more pronounced than perhaps it was from factory. Right, okay. The pièce de résistance. If the attrition rate was bad in the 911, let's see what happens now. It's that time, everybody. All I can say is just a little bit of caution. Caution on the right foot, just a nice little bit of, smooth pedal application, and 5 lap final, no quali, says Funky. I might not qualify. Up 10 by turn 1, thanks. Oh no, did people run into you? Oh no. This is going to be a challenge. I think it's. I mean, I've shown this on the channel before now. The Super V8 is significantly better than it has been. It still has the edginess, which it would do because it's a V8 supercar, and they're not necessarily glued to the ground, stuck, and being, full grip all the way through. So you would expect to have a little bit of movement in the car, so that's completely fine. But they are still a little wild in places, so you just need to be just need to be careful with them. However, they will be fun. No worries, Richard. That's good. All good. Thanks for joining us. Sorry for causing death. So Frank says, yes, Fusca, the mighty Fiscal, much better than the Fusca. Yeah, well, we'll do a Fusca race, and we might throw in some wet weather for fun as well. So I had no control over electrics. Oh. Hopefully it's a bit more successful now. So this will take us back a little bit. This is where we had the final race of the race department's touring car championship back on the old stock car extreme days, running this car at Bathurst, and that was a great championship, lots of fun. Gareth and I were in that one, so reliving some old memories in a slightly different format. Okay, we're up and running. This will be fun. Call cats at the ready, gents. Yes. We don't want any boomerangs, so we don't want to be firing cars off and then having them come back and get us. So yeah, this should be a good laugh anyway. If nothing else, it should be a good laugh, and that's what it's all about. This isn't, as I said at the beginning of the stream, this isn't all about making it a serious sim racing event where you touch someone and you take them out. It's game over. This is all about enjoying time together and just having a good fun race on track. So my goodness, we are being absolutely bombarded with with chatbots tonight. So incredible. Right, here we go then. Let's go for a drive. the beautiful Super V8 with its glorious sounds. We have some traffic on the road ahead of us, so cold tyres. Let's proceed with caution, shall we say. Nice and early on the brakes. Feel our way in. Oh, it sounds so good. One of the cars which featured in our top 5 best-selling cars for Automobilista 2. Danny's found himself a pink and yellow car for this one. Some things just feel so right about driving a V8 around Bathurst. It's just made for it. Woo! Oh. I mean, if nothing else, just drop a like for the noise of this thing. Oh, it's a bit deep into there for Danny. And unleash all that horsepower down the straight. This is so good. Right, I'm actually going to just ease off a little bit. Let's give ourselves some space here. Give them guys some space on track as well. Got a bit of room behind. Danny's been off onto the grass. Right, let's get ourselves into it and see what we can do. First qualifying lap then at Bathurst in the Super V8s. Hard on the brakes for Hell Corner. Down a couple of gears, get it turned in. Try and pick up the throttle nice and steadily, but even then still having a bit of a snapper oversteer, but we're on our way up Mountain Straight for the first flying time. Braking probably just after the 150 board. It's a big heavy car, the Super V8, so you've got to be aware of that. Again, feeding the power in gently up the hill. One of the places where you could burst into wheel spin. Double brakes safely into the cutting. Hopefully safely out of it. The short shifting to keep the rear end in check. Grounding out as we go into the compression on the dip there. Car moving around an awful lot. Oh, it's just the noise. So good. A little bit of a wobble through the dipper. There we go, and we're through safely. That's the hard bit done. Let's try and solidify the rest of the lap. There's all the tarmac on the left. Marker board in the middle of the road. Ooh. Wow, how did we keep all of that? We're locked up into the chase. Danny's deep into the last corner. We're across the line. Okay, we'll let Danny go. Not going to interfere with his lap there. Kev's pulled over to the right. I think we just got a wheel on the grass going into the chase. That's what potentially caught us out there. Wow, I love this thing. It's so good. It really is. Danny's had a rotation. It's left the road nice and clear for us now, so let's get ourselves back into the rhythm. It's that corner. It's that corner. Well, we're on a 207.9 there. We did have a bit of a lift. Yeah, I'm gonna run again if I can, because no, it's not letting me. I'm stuck now. It's fine. We shall watch and see how it all plays out. So Vitty said hi on the chat on the game, so welcome. So here's Darwin. Settling in well with the V8s. He's up on a 208.3, only just less than 4/10 back. It's a good lap. This is obviously one of his go-to cars. This sounds so great. Right, where's yours? Here he is. This is coming through the final corner now. Let's see what happens across the line. Yep, sure enough. Quickest on a 206.7. Significantly quicker. That's a great lap. Well, Darwin improved this time around. Oh, that's a big slide. Well, that'd have ruined it. Oh, again, he's sideways, and that's around at the final corner. So easy to do. Here's Danny. Currently sitting in P4 on a 210. I suspect this would be a quicker lap. Also carrying a little bit of damage from somewhere. Well, that'll be after his second corner rotation. See if I get it slowed up. The track limits invalidations coming in on the bottom down here as well, but all looking so far so good for Danny. Let's see what happens into the chase. This is where he went wide on the first lap. Not so this time. Ooh, that looked like it was deep into the last corner. He's got it stopped. There's a bit of time lost there. Any difference on the lap times? 2:10 still. Yep, so no change. Bulldogs has got up to second now. And the green machine, 2:07.9. Pretty similar lap time to us, only 4 thousandths between us. And what else is going here? Here's Kevin Barber. Going down Commodore Straight once again. Currently sitting on a 2:11. Funky's jumped up to 5th as well on a 2:09.6. Good lap. Let's listen to them go around all day long. It just sounds so good, doesn't it? You're absolutely right. It's absolutely phenomenal. Okay, so here comes Kev. Let's see what he can do. Crossing the line. Does improve. Goes up to 5th on a 2:08.9. So that's a good improvement on lap time there. Johnson's here down in 2:12s and 9th. He's just starting himself another lap by the looks of things. There's Vivek Games over the top of the mountain. Front bumper's hanging off slightly, but that's not holding him back anymore. He's pressing on regardless. Carrying some good speed over the top of the mountain, but oh, that's a hard hit. That's a shame. That was looking pretty good, I must say. Here's Andy. Pulling... Oh, is he pulling over? No. A bit of confusion there. Silent Pain. On a push lap as well. A few extras we've got here. We've got Fake Tiganti, who's had a rotation as well at the top of the mountain by the looks of things. Unruly Commissioner. Very unruly with that front bumper missing. And a few others who are in pit lane and not selling lap times by the looks of things. So Ondra's popped him into 6th place on a 2:09, weaving his way down the hill. Motes Funky to 7th, and Gaz has placed the lap time up in 8th, just ahead of Danny. GSM Dad's on a 2:13.4 there as well, ahead of Falca GT 2:14. So again, we're getting some good little packs of drivers in here. So it's not just all, right at the front and then loads way off the back. There's some little pockets of individuals who are very closely matched in the middle field there. So makes for some good racing. So that's what we like. I think if anything, this car is actually a little easier to control around here than the 911 Cup car is. I've put that out there now, so that means I'm obviously going to crash badly. But I think it does drive a little bit easier to kind of understand how it's on track better. So Kevin's still circulating, although he may have just crossed the line, I think. Oh, Andres had a spin at the last corner. Last corner strikes again. Quick spin turn and off he goes. And Sweaty Mouse is funky. It gets the body temperature up, doesn't it? Just that constant concentration and fighting the wheel and all sorts. Alright, so 20 seconds left until qualifying is done and dusted. Andy's coming across the line now. And that's us done. So 206s, 207s. So again, 5 laps should be sufficient, but we'll probably put in nearer to 10 just to be on the safe side. But congrats to Just on getting the pole position for this one. Starting out front, a great lap of 206.7. I think we could have got down to maybe low 207s, but yeah, that's a great lap. Bulldog's up there in P2 as well, showing the front row with him from Australia. So obviously a fan of this particular car by the looks of things, running a 207.9. So yeah, it's pretty close at the front. Darwin P4, Kev in 5th, Andre in 6th, Funky 7th, Gaz in 8th, Danny in 9th, and Johnsy rounding out the top 10 for this particular race. So here we go then. Let's get ourselves some fuel on board. And we'll put in... It's not going to go to 10 laps, but we should put 10 laps in anyway. Still going to be on the inside though, so starting P3, we've got an inside run down to turn 1, so we just need to keep ourselves clean, keep ourselves tidy, make sure we don't run into the back of the guys ahead. That would be disastrous. And just generally try and keep our nose tidy as we go through this first lap, just to feel our way into it, and then we can start to pick up pace and figure out where we are, and hopefully have a good race from there. That's the aim of the game for this evening, just to have some fun and some good racing. So everyone is getting themselves up and running, so we'll click ourselves ready here. So again, a few Union Jacks on the board here, but we've also got some more international flags represented as well, so that's brilliant. Again, pretty much capacity grid, we've got 25 cars here. So Falks GT says, so how many corners will the race be? Yeah, this could be... yeah, someone else having FPS issues as well. Big send it. That's what that... What's Andy on? His ping's not too bad, or his network connection's not too bad considering. Just a couple more waiting to go ready, but we've got 30 seconds until gridding continues. Alright. Super V8s at Bathurst. It is just the combo this particular car needs, and it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to this, I really am. Accuracy Gaming is also recording this by the looks of things, so let's see how he gets on. Right, syncing, and first gear engaged, brakes on. Hopefully the lights don't catch us out this time. Oh, we bogged down a little bit, but we are up and running. Jojo got a great start down the inside. Little wobble on the exit, but we're through. Oh, we got one up into the wall. One on the inside, grass on the exit of turn 1. Here we go. As I said, nice and tidy. No craziness on lap 1. Let's get ourselves through here. Third gear. Control the wheel spin out of turn 2. Again, nice and easy into the cutting. Ooh, there's a wall strike right there for the go-ahead in Bulldogs. Ooh, we just grazed the inside wall there as well. Need to avoid that if we can. This is Australia's great race, the Bathurst 1000. A real highlight of the calendar every single year. Usually throws up a really great race as well. Of course, the Bathurst 1000 is a much longer event than 10 minutes, but there's a lot of strategy involved, and obviously there's 2 drivers as well. So a very different format to what we're running here currently, but I think 10 minutes is quite sufficient for a survival race around Bathurst for us mere mortals. Ooh, Joe! Just found the grass on the exit of the chase. Let's release Bulldogs for the lead. Nice, just adding a little bit of pressure to that throttle, not absolutely mashing it to the firewall, just applying a little gentle pressure, and then once you're absolutely sure you can keep it flat, that's when you put it fully down. Just a gentle squeeze press. So we've got the measure of Bulldogs ahead, so we can just sit here for a little bit, keep a watching brief, stay in third for turn 2, minimise the wheel spin. Very nice, okay. Just a little bit of oversteer just as we get into that crest in the road. It's keeping it away from the wall a little bit there, but there we go. Bulldogs is getting into a stride ahead of us here. Very neat over the top of the mountain that time around. Quicker than us. So that's where we need to improve, obviously. Tap of the brakes. It's kind of brought us back towards him a little bit. So it just seems to be swings and roundabouts as to where we are quicker or slower across the course of the lap. Oh, there's been a rotation behind us. Who was that? Oh, I think maybe not. Could have been Andre, perhaps. Over the curb on the exit there. Oh, we've got traffic ahead of us. There's Andy. Well done, Andy, keeping out of the way. That's very good driving. Awkward part of the track to catch up with someone as well, so full marks for awareness there. Felt a little bit better over the top that time. Now it's just the downhill section where Bulldog seems to be a little bit quicker. Okay, not too bad that time around. Man, I love this thing. It's just so good. Okay, he's pulled out a really good gap down the straight. He's not particularly confident on the brakes into the chase though, that's where we really gain time. I'm loving this. This is so good. Just being on the edge all the time, with just trying to keep the car as calm as possible. Oh, right on the edge of the circuit there for Bulldogs. So it's getting that power down to the dipper, which is where we are losing out a little bit. So maybe you need to try third through there rather than second. That's possibly the thing to do. The race is already flying by, 1 minute 50 to go. Got it stopped just about. We were locked up for a moment. Bit of dirt being brought on the track there as well. No, it's not a before, but this is just such a good car to drive. It really is. Bit of lift up over the top of the hill. Oh, we've got more traffic coming as well. This could cause some little dispersions in what's going on in our battle here. Bit of debris on the right. Whoa, grab the curb. Oh, it's John 2 having a bit of a slow moment. Oh. Yeah, that was awkward, but we're okay. Fine. We haven't lost touch too difficultly. There we go. Nice smooth shifting on that sequential now, Philip. Yes, thanks Frank for the reminder. Trying my best. Alright, through the chase again. Okay, final lap coming up then. No! Ruined our run up the hill. Shoulders tensing up. So quick to that. Yeah, you need seconds just to get that thing slowed down. A bit of engine braking really helps. Bulldogs looks to have this in the bag. It was threatening, wasn't it? It was threatening, but it's okay, no harm done. Across the line. Well done, Bulldogs. Good win. Good job. Nice and consistent all the way through. No mistakes. Good stuff. Let's burn some rubbers. Right. So let's see everyone coming through. Andre's there, so maybe it wasn't Andre that had the spin. Danny came home in P4. Well done, Danny. Who's out in fifth? That's can't quite make that out from here. Elgraver 78, well done. Good stuff. Top 5. Very nice indeed. We've got Jojo who's fallen back down to 6th. Must have had a little moment. Here's Kevin 7th. Coming home P8 we have Darwin by the looks of things. And Falk GT in 9th. 11th is exiting, that's Gaz. Straight on. 10th is Eric S by the looks of things. Funky came home in 12th. So there we go. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I certainly enjoyed that race. That was really fun. And an easier car to drive than 911, I will put that out there. Which, if you thought about that previously when the Super V8 was pre-update, you wouldn't be saying that the Super V8 was a nicer car to drive than the 911. But now it is. Absolutely superb. And it's nice and clean as well, we didn't damage it, which is always a bonus. So Bulldogs taking the win. Oh, I'm sure I said Bulldogs was from Australia before. It's changed nationality mid-race. So there we go, Danny just missing out on the podium. But Accuracy Gaming came through to 12th, so well done. Funky just on the cusp of getting that top 10. So that's fun. So Super V8s at Bathurst, you really can't go too far wrong with them. They are great fun. And it's Bathurst weekend this weekend, obviously very, very wet. So it'll be interesting to see how the race goes in real life. But that was a whole heap of fun. I really enjoyed that. So what we're going to do is we're going to dispense with qualifying. Let's do a quick 5-lap race in Fuscas around Bathurst. And we'll put some wet weather on as well for you guys. So just for laughs. So let's see how we get on with that. This is a little extra special bonus for everybody. Excellent racing tonight, says Kevin. It was very good, wasn't it? It was really good racing. I enjoyed that a lot. Right, so let's do some quick changes here. So we're going to go, first of all, and find Go Fusca, and we'll change our livery to one that someone might not be running. We'll run this brown one, shall we? Let's run this nice brown Fusca. There we go. And session settings. So here we go. Can we change this from race settings? Yes, we can. So race is going to be laps, and we're going to do quick 5-lap race, and we're going to do not a storm. It's going to have rain. Rain will be sufficient. Okay, let's save that, and then session settings. Qualifying is going to be off. We're going to go straight into it. So I'm just going to put a quick note on here. Quick fun race, no quali. See if anyone sticks around for this. We may have highlighted the Super V8s as being the main event. as Funky says, the main event is coming. The main event cometh. Yes, this is what everyone's really looking forward to. Okay, everyone's storm weather. Should we do it? Let's do it. It is for fun after all. Thunderstorm. Boom. There we go. No worries, Kevin. Thanks very much. Thanks for joining us. Darwin said my sequential went out in the last lap. Oh no! Oh, that's terrible. It's terrible. Finally, the fiscal, says Frank. Yeah, this is what Frank's here for. Alrighty, let's get started. So you've got some people still joining us for this one by the looks of things. We have a reasonable grid. 4 Fusca men of the apocalypse. This could well be an apocalypse with this weather thrown in as well. So the the Fusca has a reputation on this channel. If you're new here, first of all, welcome. It's great to have you with us. Secondly, the Fusca has a bit of a folklore status here at Sim Racing Bible, mostly because of Bathurst. When we were doing the every car in name is to lap around Bathurst challenge that we did, at the time the Fusca was proving to be a little bit interesting on the down run, down through the dipper, etc. And since then it's just become a bit of a thing. And everyone loves driving, and we've had some good races with it. So we're going to run the Fuscas for the pure fact of this being a Sim Racing Bible stream. We just have to do it. So that's exactly what we're doing. So no qualifying, straight into it in a thunderstorm. Can possibly go wrong. This is all about the giggles, this one. And I'm looking forward to this. Pace would be significantly slower than it was in the Super V8s, unsurprisingly. But that's what makes this fun, because you just literally just flat out pretty much the whole way, even probably in the rain as well. Just not so much on the down slopes. I think if we can all survive through the S's on the first run, I think we'll be doing well. I think we'll be doing well. It's just loading. It's just having its time again. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer to load in than others, so hopefully this will continue and click through. There we go. Rain is absolutely chucking it down on the roof, I can hear it. So we're starting with P2 for this one. Falk's out front. Bulldogs has copped a 14th place start for this one. He's got some work to do. Grid's a little bit shaken up here, but let's see what the weather throws in. Oh, hang on, cancel. I'm not going ready yet. Need some fuel. Oh yeah, 10 laps would be more than enough. Okay, I'm ready. Hope you're ready too. Oh, no, don't exit the session. Here we go then. Engage first gear. Where's my wipers? There they are. Need those. Okay, we're up and away. Over 5 laps of Bathurst in the Fusca. In accurate weather conditions. It's slippy. Gather's made it through to 5th. No, he's up into 4th now. I can't see what's going on because of the spray, but everyone seemed to get through there pretty well. I wonder whether there's going to be some standing water somewhere because there's a lot around. Oh, we're understeering. Into the wall. Everyone else is having problems too. It's not just me. That's good. Don't feel so bad now. Alright, nice and easy into the cutting, please, Phil. Oh, it's a drift fest. Stone cold tyres as well. There's a puddle right in the middle of the road there, got to avoid that. Forks are light. Oh, there's a massive puddle on the inside there, that'll pull you right into that wall. There's one on the exit. Jojo's just exploring as well. Right, the downhill section. No! That's a big hit. There was literally no turning that thing then. Okay, stop. No! Still not stopping. Thankfully the wall's there to catch us. How's everyone else getting on behind? Where are they? Is everyone still here? What? Should we just park at the top of the hill here and see what happens? Have they all got stuck at the top of the mountain? Oh, here they come! It's Andre! He's come through in second. Nope, we're off. You went home. Yeah, that's it. I've had enough of those. Alright. On the brakes. Let's get it slowed down. Oh no, I'm going to aquaplane into him with this puddle. No way. Well, that's one lap done. Just 4 to go, everybody. car is moving around in a straight line up the hill. Our tyres went from cold to absolutely frozen. So we've got no grip whatsoever. No one else with us, it's just me and Andre. Alright. This time, get it into Mountain Bend nice and easy. Just try and ease it through these corners here. Excellent car control option if you want to learn how to keep a car going in the right direction with no heat in the tyres or grip. Big puddle just takes away all the feeling. You have big aquaplaning going across there then. Everyone being super careful now. No! Busker Drifting Championship. After some tandems. Alright, let's get it slowed down. Okay. We have a race on now. Flat out in fourth gear. Just about make out the lights of the Fusker ahead of us. Okay, get it slowed a little bit. Now get on the brakes even more. Uh-oh. Good thing about having a more rounded wheel. Some extra things to hold on to when the car goes uncontrollably sideways. Probably the slowest race of Bathurst you'll ever see in your life, this. That's 2 laps done. Andre's really got a good bit of pace going on now. He's pulling away. The thing is, you don't push any harder because otherwise you'll just be floating off into the wild blue yonder, or the wall, depending where you are. Okay, let's go. Let's see if we can reel Andre back in. Almost feel like I need a handbrake. Just introducing myself to the wall. Okay. Down the hill. Down Fusker Hill. It's so fun through there. Little bit of a nudge on the wall just to straighten the car up again. Nothing more than that. Yeah, Andre's still getting away. He's got the wet weather dialed in. Still 10 of us going, so well done to those that are persisting with us. Uh-oh. Well, we didn't spin, which is good. Probably just overdriving it. Andre's probably just being super careful and super cautious, and it's just working for him. And I'm just overdriving it to try and catch up. On to lap 4. Anyone else around in the background there? Can't see anyone yet. Oh dear, the things we do, huh? The things we do for Fusker Punt. Even going sideways, just wheel spinning constantly, still not getting any kind of warmth in these tyres. And once again, we make our way up the mountain. Of course, in normal circumstances, this particular race probably would have been red flagged by now. But because we are hardcore racers here at Sim Racing Bar, we are continuing. Ride those puddles. Super careful on the brakes. Oops, turned in too early. It's literally just ice. It's just sliding across the surface of the road. No matter what you do, there's just no grip. Oop. I'm going for 5th gear. 3D Door Deep Dive, welcome. Says it was nice, but my PC Performance network was choking tonight. Wish you the best and hope my network will work next time. Oh, cheers, thanks for that. Sorry it didn't work out for you this time. But thanks for trying anyway. That was nice through there all of a sudden. I didn't think I was going to get that stop, but somehow we did. Who's this? Who's... Stop down there. Right, final lap then. Let's bring this home. We have closed the gap, but hey, who knows? He may just be taking it extra easy just to do the same thing, just bringing the car home. Let's put the wipers on full. Make us go faster. Give us some extra downforce in a straight line and around the corners. Here we go. Final push lap. Right, float our way into the cutting once again. Downforce is helping. Oh no! Andre's had a moment. Oh, it's on. It's on for the lead. Come on, downforce. Help me out. There's two. Oh, we're right with him. Oh, I don't want to send it into the chase because that's where we could easily just float off. We need to get our oars out. There you go, both wings flapping and the rear boot lid shattering away. Okay. Oh, he's gone in deep. There's a big puddle on the inside down here as well, so I don't really want to massively send it, but let's see if we can somehow get a pull back on the line here. No, he's got it. Oh, good job. Well done. That was fun. I mean, utter chaos, but good fun. Well, that's what happens when you take a Fusca out in the rain. Just going over the crown of the road and just sliding it all the way up Mountain Straight. Honestly, this car, in whatever conditions you put it in, is just guaranteed to put a big smile on your face. I mean, that, everybody, is not your average sim racing experience. Because no one's going to stick around normally and do something like that and just get an old Beetle out and go sideways everywhere in the middle of a thunderstorm. But it's these kind of sim racing experiences that really make sim racing just so incredible and so enjoyable, because it doesn't matter at the end of the day what happens. but you saw that. We just throw the car sideways over it. Sorry, GSM, Dad. But you just end up with a massive grin on your face just because the car's just all over the place, but at the same time still relatively controllable. When you're on a quick corner like that, you can just apply the opposite lock and off you go. It's just one of the downhill sections where you're aquaplaning, it's where it gets a little bit tricky. But that was a lot of fun. Thank you guys for joining us for that and sticking around for that as well after the Super V8 race, because you know that's what we all love about AMS2. It's just the fun that you can have with driving it. So that was pure chaos, but pure joy at the same time. Just love this bit because you just brilliant. Love it. So there we go. Andre took the win on that one, and Jojo was third. Bunky got fourth from Darwin and Bulldogs, who's back to being Australian again. And then we got Gaz in seventh, Danny in eighth. Two of them seems pretty close on track. GSM Dad and John Tzu rounding out the top 10. Only 10 cars finishing in that one, but then I don't blame them because that was chaos. But in the right kind of way. So there we go. That was fun. I hope you enjoyed that as well, just as much as I did. Yeah, just love AMS2 and just having a good laugh with you guys on stream. So thank you very much for joining us this evening. I hope you had a fun evening, whether you were racing, whether you were watching. But it's because you guys were just so willing to join us in this evening, which has made this so much fun. So big thank you to you guys. Thanks for watching. If you have enjoyed it, please do hit the like button. Helps the channel, helps the video get seen. And we've had John Chu subscribe this evening. Thank you for that. If you are new here and you haven't yet subscribed, please do consider doing so. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, there'll be more utter chaos coming to you very soon in the world of sim racing. But yeah, good fun. Thanks once again, and we will see you next time. But until then, take care of yourselves. Have a great rest of your weekend. We'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Goodbye for now.